So, hi everyone, and welcome to this brand new show, which is called the Language Corner. It is a new show, and it is based on the Monday football show that I record uh, every Monday on my YouTube channel. And as you know, this show is all about the Premier League. I have a few guests, and we discuss the weekend matches, and we're having a lot of fun while doing so. This series of videos is more about me clarifying the language or some of the language from this Learn English with Football show. So, how does it work? Basically, I pick several words, phrases, or expressions from the latest Learn English with Football show. Then I play, then I play clips from that show to you one by one, where you can hear those expressions and words that I choose in context. And then I explain what those words and phrases mean and possibly give you some more examples. For this show, for this Language Corner show, I would like you guys to get involved as well. I would like this show to be kind of interactive because as I explain the vocabulary, I'm going to be asking you some questions. And this is your chance to practice the vocabulary that I'm teaching you. Obviously, it also helps my channel because the more comments I have below the video, uh, the more visibility my channel gets. So it's a win win. We can help each other out. Um, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Joel, did when you saw the team in first round that Arsenal were going to play, did you think on paper that it would be an easy game, away game as well, Crystal Palace away?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to mention that. They play with a lot of spirit, I guess. They're not the most skilled team in the league, but they do have quite a number of quite physical players.
So they played with a lot of spirit, I guess. So here we are really looking at the word spirit. The word spirit can have a lot of different meanings, but the meaning we are looking at here is basically enthusiasm or courage or energy. Okay, so if you play with a lot of spirit, you play with a lot of positive energy and this enthusiasm and courage. You're brave. Okay, so the question I have for you is, um, does your team, the team you support, have a lot of spirit? Or is it the kind of team that starts slow and possibly gets better as the game progresses? Let me know in the comments. And what do you prefer? Do you prefer watching teams that play with a lot of spirit or not? Let me know in the comments.
And playing them away from home, it's a pretty hostile environment. So
It's a pretty hostile environment. So here we are looking at the adjective hostile, which is the opposite of friendly. So hostile means unfriendly, and it often collocates with the words like environment or crowd or atmosphere. So you can have a hostile crowd of supporters. Obviously, if you support, let's say, Arsenal, then the hostile crowd will be the Tottenham fans, right? Or something like that. So the question for you is, have you ever been accidentally in a hostile crowd? As in, have you ever been supporting a club during a real match and sat in the middle or amongst the supporters of the opposing club, of the opposing team? Let me know in the comments. Of course, it's time to look at this fantastic result that Brighton pulled off at Old Trafford. So Manchester United, Brighton, it's all yours, Jack.
Yeah, well, we have actually had quite a lot of luck in this fixture previously.
We have actually had quite a lot of luck in this fixture previously. So here I'm looking at the noun fixture. So a fixture is a sports event which takes place on a particular date. I think it's also another word for simply the word game. Yeah. So we can talk about the next few fixtures that Arsenal have, or I could ask you, um, who, what are your next few fixtures? Are these some teams that you think your team can beat, or do you have a tough run of fixtures? Yeah, do you have a tough run of games? Let me know in the comments.
That was no. So Pascal Gross scored 2 goals. That's his 6th goal against Manchester
Yeah.
United. Yeah, I don't know how long I think he's been with us for maybe 4 or 5 years. Yeah, we score goals against them. I don't know if you remember the fixture last season. It was the one where the first time that the final whistle has been blown, and then a penalty given after the final whistle.
So here I have a really interesting grammatical structure to look at. The final whistle has been blown. So you guys know what a whistle is. And when the referee blows the final whistle, it actually ends the game. So here, Jack was talking about a really interesting situation that where a penalty was given or awarded after the final whistle. I think that's because of the intervention of VAR. Basically, that's why it happens. But I am quite intrigued by how Jack used the passive structure here. So as you can see, you first have the subject, the final whistle, then you have the verb has been blown, and look at how it is made. Here we have present perfect has been, and blown is the past participle of the verb to blow. And then we have another passive structure in the following clause, and then the penalty with the penalty is the subject given, yeah, or was given basically. Here we don't need that was. Given is the past participle again, and then also we have after the final whistle. So this is a really, really interesting structure. Uh, can you think of an example where the penalty was given after the, I don't know, halftime whistle? Can you think about a situation like that? To be honest, I don't remember any of this. So that's a really interesting case that Jack was talking about there. Fantastic. All right, so let's move on to Leeds United. So Pan, that's your team, and you
Correct.
got off to a flyer, didn't you? And you got off to a flyer, didn't you? So if you get off to a flyer, that basically means that you make a very good start, or you begin something well. So we use this when talking about football matches, or it could be used when talking about the whole season. We could say that Arsenal got off to a flyer. They started their season really well, unlike the season before. Yeah, we can't say the same about West Ham, but I guess it is what it is. How about you? Did your team get off to a flyer? Let me know in the comments.
Well, yes and no, because we conceded in 6 minutes. So it's quite a bad omen that when the season starts, full of hope, and then within 5 minutes, everyone's like, "Oh God, not again! Here we go again."
It's quite a bad omen that when the season starts, full of hope, and then within 5 minutes, everything is like, "Oh God." So here I'm looking at the expression "a bad omen," which is something like a bad sign. It's something that is considered to be a bad sign of how a future event will take place. So let's say that a player gets injured in the warm up, yeah, and that could be a bad omen of what's going to happen next because the manager has to make a quick change. The player may not be ready for that. Things could go terribly wrong for that team. It could be a bad omen if this happens before the game even starts. Okay. Can you think of another example of a bad omen? It could be, let's say, a raven sort of landing on the crossbar of a goalkeeper, and then that goalkeeper concedes a terrible goal or something, making a huge mistake. So we could say that a raven that landed on that crossbar. I don't know what a raven would do. I have no idea what a raven would do there on the pitch, but you never know. But it could be a bad omen. Can you think of better examples? Please let me know in the comments as usual.
But the team pressed on. Some of the new signings, this American Brendan Aronson was
Yeah.
really dangerous. He almost scored in a way, like went down as an own goal, but I
Well,
think.
hang on, he scored a winner?
No, it got credited officially as an own goal. Like they had
Oh
some like
no!
camera zoom in, but basically the defender doesn't want an own goal. Aronson
Yeah,
wants a goal. It was clearly like
of course,
that
of
was
course.
going to happen anyway. Yeah. So I guess it doesn't count as his first real goal. But he said he's claiming it. He wants to take credit for it. I can't blame him.
Mm-hmm. He said he's claiming it. So if you are claiming a goal, you're basically trying to take credit for that goal. You're trying to say it was my goal. I touched the goal last. In football, you sometimes have situations where it's not clear who scored the goal. Was it an own goal? Sometimes even two players touch the ball at the same time, and then it's difficult even for the cameras to identify who the goal scorer was. So I don't know. Would you claim a goal like that, or would you not care about it too much? I think if you are someone like Ronaldo, someone who is addicted to scoring goals, I bet you would claim every single goal, even if it wasn't your goal. Do you think Ronaldo would claim a goal even if he knew he didn't touch the ball last? Let me know in the comments.
See, it would be better if he didn't speak English. Like Leeds manager Bielsa, he like refused to speak English. He just speak in Spanish and get someone to translate. And sometimes the translations were a bit weird. But you think, are the translations weird, or is he just kind of just saying something, and then by the time it's translated, the press have forgotten what they really asked, and they're like, okay, next question. Like you kind of need to just avoid it, just pretend.
I bet you still miss him, Pan.
Yeah, I love him. Yeah, great guy.
Yeah. I think Leeds fans remember him.
Yeah. Legend.
Have fond memories of him. He might even come
sure.
back one day, right? Who knows?
Maybe. Like he went to try and get the Athletic Bilbao job, a club he's already been to recently, but the president, there's some complicated system, but he didn't get the job. But it means it's not out of the question that he could return to a club that he's already managed. But who knows? Let's see.
It's not out of the question that he might return to a club he has already managed. So here we are looking at a very nice little phrase. It's not out of the question. If something is not out of the question, it means there is a real possibility something could happen. It also means that we can't simply rule it out. Yeah. So I could ask you the question: do you think that Tottenham can win the league? Well, honestly, that would be like a nightmare for me as an Arsenal supporter slash West Ham supporter. But to be honest, I don't think it's very realistic, is it? Tottenham winning the league, it doesn't have a good ring to it, does it? Also, when we have Manchester City and Liverpool in such a great form in the latest years. But you know what? We can't really rule it out. It's not really out of the question, is it? It could happen. It's a real there is a real possibility it could happen. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching this brand new series. I hope you liked it. And if you did, please give this video a like. It does help the channel out because it shows it to other people. That's the algorithm, you know. So also, I have to tell you, this is a brand new show. So whether I continue recording these videos, it kind of depends on your reaction. So if you get involved, if you leave a lot of comments, if you give me a lot of likes, I will record these videos in the future as a companion to that Learn English with Football show that I record live every Monday. Don't forget, next Monday, we will be discussing week 2. I will have a bunch of guests again. And honestly, I can't wait for that because last Monday I had a blast. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.